Is there a serious problem heading this way? So guys, of course, as per usual, the internet is concerned. I won't say flipping out or scared. I will say concerned because a few states are deploying National Guardsmen. So the truth of the matter is, guys, that they're deploying National Guardsmen to polling stations and or certain states that are concerned about, I guess, election hacking. And these are cyber specialists, by the way, from the National Guards that they are deploying. And it's only 7 per state. So if I'm not mistaken, it's 12 states that activated 126 guards total. So that's 7 per state, if my math is correct. They are putting an additional, not sure how many, guards on standby should local law enforcement need help. Now the states are Alabama, Arizona, Delaware, Iowa, Illinois, North Carolina, New Mexico, Wisconsin, and Washington State, along with Washington, D.C. So again, these are the National Guardsmen, cyber specialists that are being deployed in those states. Additional states such as Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia, and Washington, D.C. again are also putting their National Guardsmen on standby. So you have the cyber specialists that have been activated and or deployed, and then you have a bunch of guys on standby should there be any civil unrest following the election. These guys that are on standby, they're going to be on standby for up to a week, according to the National Guard Major General, whoever that guy is. He's stating that they're going to be on standby for about a week. The cyber specialists probably the same thing for about a week. So, point of the whole video is, don't start getting crazy, don't start getting nervous or concerned. They're just doing what we knew they were going to do for the last few months. Keep in mind, guys, a lot of security is up. I just passed the hospital, I think it was Lincoln Hospital, just a couple of minutes ago, and they had security around the hospital. I have never seen that in my 47 years on this planet, dealing with the amount of elections we dealt with leading up to this year. I've never seen that happen. So there seems to be more concern, especially that there was if I'm not mistaken, an Afghan national early last month, if I'm not mistaken, or late in September, who was caught for a terror plot in creating some havoc on election day. So that is still in play because they only caught one guy, and supposedly this one guy was a part of ISIS-K. So being that that's in play and they're still concerned, but for whatever reason they're not letting the public know, this is why there's increased security damn near everywhere around the country. It's not only because of possible civil unrest from the losing side, as some people are putting it. They're also reminded about the ISIS-K guy that was supposedly on his own, but he was operating under ISIS-K's orders. They are also worried about extremists acting up and doing whatever extremists are going to do, whether that's driving a car into a place or just going haphazardly crazy and blasting everything away. So there's a lot to be concerned with. I think a lot of this security, especially here in New York, is overkill. Nonetheless, that's where they're going. Now, the terror thing, listen, some of the security barriers they're putting up is not going to stop anybody from trying any shit. It's not even going to slow them down a little bit. So it's giving people a false sense of security that they're going to be protected. There are cops at every polling location I know here in New York. I read that they were in other locations as well around the United States. So this is, again, something that they're worried about. It's not for us to be worried about. Now, the ISIS-K thing, being that that's still in play, should you be nervous about it? No, man. But if something goes down, react accordingly. That's all you're going to do. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure no one yells Allahu Akbar in like the last 10 seconds of some shit happening, and then everything is good. This election, guys, was purposely being built to be an anxious election. People are sitting there going, because the media keeps using scary and anxious, and they used it in the term of people not voting or the Democratic Party's not turning out as well as they thought they were going to, according to a news clipping I saw on Fox News at 2:35 in the morning. Why was that up that late? Not sure. Nonetheless, I just happened to catch interview, if you will, or panel of people talking about it. So now the Democrats are nervous because they're not turning out. So could something happen in that regard because they might be losing? Because that's what it sounds like right now, that not enough people are turning out for the Democratic Party. So anything can happen. But what I'm saying is that everything that's available to us as far as reading and knowing, don't be nervous. Just know that, certain things are in play and other things are not going to happen. Just know that the cyber specialists are trying to ward off any cyber attacks that might happen on election day as well. If I'm not mistaken, I did read something about the possibility of that happening as well. So we have an ISIS-K possible attack. Then we have cyber attacks going on during the election. We have all kinds of shit going on. And I think they're just trying to keep us nervous for the duration of this election. That's my suspicion. Am I nervous about anything? No. Am I concerned about anybody attacking anything? No. This is just a ploy to keep us anxious, nervous, and possibly sick constantly because they want us to be scared and nervous. If you looked at the news, guys, in the last 5 years, everything has been building up to keeping us sick and poor. Poor health, I mean. That's what they're doing. Because everything is alarming. Everything is scary. Everything is concerning. I'm like, then don't go outside. If you're that scared of everything, do not go outside. That's the bottom line to it. So, guys, be easy today. Don't be nervous. If some shit goes down, just act accordingly. Don't fucking scream and rip out your hair at that moment. Duck for cover. Run where you got to run to. Get into the fight if you have to and if you can. If you can't, bounce. That's all. It's that simple. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.